topic is Haiti, and the guest is Dr. LMadu4. And Dr. LMadu4, I think as we have to try to explain when we talk about some of the problems in which some of these countries are faced, we almost have to explain the laughter that we enjoy when we talk about it, because I think I tried to explain it one time. You almost have to laugh to keep from crying. I mean, how can the insanity of some of the things that appear to be happening on the world stage in reference to the African president in Nigeria, as we talked about it one time, simply left the country, nobody knew where he was, and et cetera. And now here we have in Haiti, as you've indicated, an individual who has simply turned up, evidently out of nowhere. And let's talk about him and find out exactly what is his motivation.
Well, I just think probably he's fed up of staying in exile. And moreover, he's not as wealthy as he was when he left. And you know, as people like him, who might probably call psychotic, still think people want them, even though nobody wants them. Now, Jean-Claude was in power from 71 to 1986. And what did he accomplish? He left the country more destitute than even when he took it over. Okay? I mean, he robbed the country like nobody else, even more than his own father. You know, there was no inhibition. The same secret police were jailing people and killing people the same way when his father was there. You know, when he eventually left, he took everything he could. Then when he was in exile, what happened? The wife he married, that was one of the reasons why, you know, Haitians turned against him, left him. And then he had to go through an expensive divorce, and quite frankly, was on the streets after a while because he lost every nickel and dime he had. Okay? Here all of a sudden, people are still, you know, recovering from the earthquake. Haiti is still, you know, trying to figure out who's going to be the president. He arrives in the middle of it. Okay? This can inflame the population. Okay? The population is almost traumatized by the earthquake. You bring in baby Doc into the mix, you know, with all the misery people are going through. Okay? Now, the problem is this. If you can allow baby Doc come back to Haiti, why don't you allow Jean-Bertrand Aristide come back? Okay. Aristide supporters will start saying, we need Aristide back. Aristide is still in South Africa. But the supporters have a right to want him back into the country. And I think he should be allowed to come back into the country. You know, if we are going to build a democratic Haiti, you know, one man, one vote, freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom of everything, then you don't need to have any Haitian politician in exile. So in my own opinion, you know, Aristide should be allowed to come back. If there are any charges against him, hey, file the charges. If the people want him back, hey, he's free to run for election like it. That's what democracy is all about. He shouldn't be staying in exile. As much as we don't like baby Doc coming back, he's a Haitian citizen. Okay, he's back now. The Haitian government says, okay, this is the charges. But, you know, he was arraigned in court 2 days ago, charged with, you know,
Can they support those charges? They can support those charges, no problems at all.
Those charges are easy to uphold without no problems at all. They have documentations, you know, of what he stole and what he did, and human rights violations, how many people were killed, you know, in the process of overthrowing him, how many people were brutalized by his secret police. All those are documented by Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch. You know, it's well documented, and by the Haitian, you know, Human Rights Commission. So there's no problem doing that. But the problem is that this is a very bad time to create any kind of political, you know, uncertainty in Haiti, given the trauma of the earthquake has created in the society. That's the problem. But insofar as a democratic society is concerned, you know, I think this is the right time for President Aristide to come back. I know the United States and some French and all this don't want that at all. Because
why would they oppose? Why would we in the United States and the Western world oppose Mr. Aristide?
Well, Aristide is still a very popular figure in Haiti. And if he runs against anybody in that country, he will win. Yeah, so he's popular, but at the same time, the United States and the French government think he's a polarizing figure. That if he comes back to the country, there will be serious problems. But anyway, if you have democracy, that's the problems you have to face. If somebody is popular, Isn't it what it is? The popular person wins the election. So if he's still popular amongst the people, then he should, exactly, he should be allowed to come back to the country, he should be allowed to run for office. But the problem is this: the French definitely don't want him back in that country in power. You see, when he was in power, the first thing he did was what? Ask the French to repay back all that reparation that Haiti has paid to France. Oh yes, but he was getting ready to. He even went to United Nations and said it. He wants them to calculate every nickel and dime Haitians have paid to the French to be refunded.
And he was really talking about reparations.
Absolutely, repay back exactly as a reparation to Haiti. And Sarkozy and the rest and the French, elite do not want to hear that at all. That's the last thing they want to hear. And so for the French, Aristide is a dangerous figure to have in there. And also for business people, even American business enterprises in Haiti, Aristide is a dangerous person for them, because when he came in really, when he came to power in Haiti, the first thing he did was say, hey, everybody who has business in this country, particularly the foreign-owned businesses, have to start paying Haitians the way they pay their own workers in the United States. Now, along the Dominican...
Equity and...
Equity, yes. If you are paying, textile workers in the U.S. $8, the same you pay our Haitian workers in Haiti. Along the Dominican-Haitian border, a lot of textile factories are lined up there. Haitians working there are not paid the same way.
So that's a real problem in terms of Haitian trying to find jobs and etc.
That's correct.
The textile is...
That's correct. He insisted on that pay equity. And the American business community didn't want to hear that. And not only that, he insisted that the mulatto elite, who make millions of dollars a year and don't pay a dime in taxes, that's how they accumulate those money. He asked every one of them to start paying their fair share of taxes. If you make $1 million, it's not bad for you to pay $200,000 in taxes, like we do here. But they say, no. This man is bringing another, we don't want to hear that. So they don't want to receive either. So even that rebellion, so-called rebellion, which wasn't even a rebellion in 2004, that led to his overthrow, was inspired by the mulatto business persons. Okay? Yeah, there were no rebels at all. Colin Powell can even tell you that. There weren't any rebels. There were a few criminals who were armed, giving some rifles across the Dominican Republic to Haiti to make some noise, and that was
no real revolution.
There was no revolution, nothing like that. Okay, it was orchestrated by the United States and other governments to get rid of him, and that's the bottom line, because he strongly opposed the exploitation of Haitians. And of course, who wouldn't want that? You want your own, workers paid the same. If you're president of the country, you want people to pay taxes. If people don't pay taxes, how do you build the roads? How do you build the hospitals? And that's part and parcel why the Haitian infrastructure is decaying and there's no money. Because those who actually are making the money are not putting back in the system. Okay, yeah.
Okay, Dr. Madu, we've got about a minute and a half here. Where do we go from here with Haiti? A minute and a half now.
Well, for anything to happen in Haiti, the reconstruction has to, be complete.
How do we do that? I mean,
well, number one is that the government of Haiti has to be more responsive. From what I understand, a lot of the bureaucrats are busy putting obstacles on the way of people who are coming there to help them. I understand last time at the Port-au-Prince Airport, there are so many trucks lined up. But from what I heard, some of the Haitian government officials were asking them for bribes before they even offload their things. Yes, that has to stop. You can't be asking people to pay you again who are coming to help you.
That's right. Sending aid to you, and then you have to be paid to move that aid.
Paid again to move that aid. That's not acceptable at all. And I know now Preval himself is getting ready to leave. He's a straightforward man himself. He's not corrupt. But those around him are busy trying to make money out of the misery of the Haitian people. And that has to stop before anything actually is done.
And so I guess, Dr. Madu, over the last half minute that we have here, I guess it might be appropriate to say that it seems that the misery of the Haitian people are just about to continue on and on and on, because I don't see any kind of silver lining that you pointed out or anybody else has pointed out in reference to it. It seems that they're just destined to suffer because of the first great mistake they made. And the first great mistake they made was to follow Toussaint Louverture, against the French. I mean, that's a terrible thing to say, but unless some kind of enlightened situation develops, that seems to be their fate.
That's true. That's unfortunate.
And of course, let me thank you, Dr. Madu, as we end the show for today, for coming by and giving us that excellent information. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you, and